Game 1, there's going to be 4 games going on of all the series going on. Wild card is going to be the Rays versus the A's. National League is going to be the Nationals versus the Brewers, but we're not going to talk about that so much now. We're going to focus on the Yankees and Twins. Our other video will go through the whole playoff bracket and all that, and all the scenarios that we think things might play out. But looking at this series, what's something that jumps out to you? For me, it's the long ball, and the Twins beat the Yankees. 307 homers to 306. The Twins got us, man. They really did. And you look at this team, they have a bunch of guys that hit long balls. And it starts with Nelly Cruz with 41 homers. Kepler has 36 homers. Sanoa's 34. Rosario 32. Garver 31. Crone 25. Scope 23. Polanco 22. Marwin Gonzalez 15. This team doesn't stop. All they do is hit it out.
Yeah, the one thing about this series is that the Yankees and Twins are so evenly matched. I feel, and they had a stat up today on ESPN about how similar all our stats are. And you know what? We're playing the Twins again in the ALDS. History shows that we play exceptionally well against the Twins in the first round of the playoffs. I don't want to hear from people. I heard that over the weekend on the radio. I know you did too, Jules, about people think this is the year that they can knock us off. I don't see it. I think the Twins are a better team, but in my opinion, we are evenly matched, but I do think our pitching staff, even though I'm not really fond of it, I think we have much better pitching staff than they do. But with all this, it's going to be an interesting matchup. It really is. It seems to me every time the Yankees get into the playoffs, somehow when they have a top 2 seed, they're always playing the Twins, if you ever noticed that.
Yeah, and I have some fun stats that back up what you're saying.
Let's hear
the
it.
Twins are 2-13 in their last 15 playoff games against the Yankees.
That's insane.
They have lost 13 straight overall, and the Yankees have dominated the Twins. That's why people are saying it's due for a change, but not so fast. I think you're going to see something different here. I also think the fact that the Yankees are still rolling here. I agree that the pitching staff is in our favor here, which is a problem maybe in other series down the line. But besides Jose Barrios, who's had a great season for the Twins pitching doesn't really scare me too much. And their bullpen's nothing to write home about, really.
No.
Their closer, Rogers, isn't bad. But other than that, it's just it's not really something too crazy. Barrios is definitely their best pitcher. I think you'll see Kyle Gibson's been struggling. I don't know if he'll even make the rotation. I would say Odorizzi will probably make the rotation as well for the Twins. And for the Yankees, the rotation's a big question mark. Paxton left the game with the left glute injury. And we know Severino's working his way back. And today we had Tanaka come out of the bullpen for some reason. I really hate this. I think it's retarded, honestly. I just don't like it at all. Chad Green opens the game, and that happens a lot, and I think you're going to see him do that a lot in these playoffs. And Jay Happ and CC Sabathia, you're going to see innings out of them. How do you think this rotation is going to shake up for the Yankees, and how would you do it? I had the way I would do it, and I tweeted out, and they had some agreements, some disagreements, which is what I would expect. But I'm curious to see what you would think, and I'll tell you what I would do.
All right. Well, with this, I'm going to say with Game 1, you got to ride the hot hand. And in my opinion, to start Game 1, it was definitely Paxton, because Paxton was on a hot streak. I know he had the glute injury that he had the other day. Apparently they said he's fine. But if he's fine and he could pitch on Friday, I think you got to go with him. You got to go with him. And then Game 2, you go Tanaka. And then 3, you have Sevy. And then it kills me to say it, if Hap has got to be in there, so you got to put him on there. But CC... maybe he could come out of the bullpen, maybe, but that's basically what I would do, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would do it in a little different way, but now I'm not sure what their plans are since Tanaka came out of the bullpen today. They say they want to only give him a few innings, but why not just start the game? He doesn't come out of the bullpen. I just don't like it, but enough with that, I guess. I want Tanaka pitching Game 1 because of the playoff experience. Paxton has not pitched in the playoffs, and I know the Maple's been good this year, and I'm a big fan of the Big Maple, but I just don't think that he is going to be the guy, should be the guy for Game 1, just in the fact he hasn't pitched in the playoffs yet. I want him to have a 1-0 lead going in rather than just starting it out. I'm not saying he isn't capable. And then Game 3, I would do Severino. I think that's a good spot for him. And then Game 4, I would use Chad Green as the opener, and then maybe attach Happ to him or something, or CC. I think we should go with the opener route for one of these games. I think it is going to happen, unfortunately. I know it's unconventional. It's not the way old school guys like to think. I didn't like it either, but it's the way the game is going. This bullpen is so good. You got Kane, you got Green, as we mentioned. You got Ottavino, you got Britton, you got Chapman. All these guys ready to go in and get outs. The starter can only go 2 to 3 innings, and the Yankees still have enough guys to finish the game.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what. Having a bullpen that we have is such a luxury, and it comes at
a huge advantage over the Twins. So.
Yes, and I think that's one thing that gives us a major advantage over this team, and I think that it's going to come down to that. I think the Yankees bullpen was built for this. They went out and signed all these what's his name, Ottavino for a reason. They have Britton, Chapman. You know, we're so stacked in that bullpen, and this is why. It's for times like these.
Yes, this is what we did this for. Tanaka, 3-2 with a 1.5 postseason career. This guy's money in the playoffs. He can flip the switch. I know people say, "Oh, you can't do that," but this guy can. And we've seen it time and time again. He pitches mediocre in the regular season. When the lights turn on, you need him to get those big outs. He gets those big outs. So That's why I want him on the mound game 1. And looking at the Yankees lineup, we got to go through this roster. How do you think it's going to shake out? How would your starting lineup be? I want to go through the 25 a little bit. Let's go through the batters first.
Okay.
What you got?
All right, so, of course, you got to go like this. I'm going to start out with first base, and this is really, really tricky. I know you talked to me about this yesterday, and I'm still shocked about this, about Voit. I know Voit has been struggling, but you know what? After looking at it last night, I had some time and I really looked it over. He really is struggling massively.
It's been bad, and he might be injured still.
So I'm going to go with this. At first base, I think you're going to go with Fort.
Oh, you're actually going to put Fort on the roster?
Yes.
You're going to start Fort?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. I mean, you could do that. I think he might get some time.
I think our DH is going to be the Parrot.
You think he'll make it back in time? He didn't play at all. I'm definitely nervous about that situation.
I think he'll make it back for the playoffs. I really do. I
hope so, man.
I think that for second base, of course, it's Glaber Day. Of course.
Right.
Short, you got our man, Didi. At third base, this is a tough one. Well, actually, it's not tough because Gio got hurt today, so it's DJ LeMahieu, of course.
Right.
You got Ketchy, you got Gary in the outfield, you got Judge, you got Stanton, you got Gardner, and that's what I would do. I think we should carry Maben.
Okay, yeah, I think Maben might make the team. It's going to be something to look at.
And also, I think Romine.
Yeah, Romine's going to have to be in the roster because you need a backup catcher, obviously. I'm going to assume Michelle makes it back, and then what I would do is the lineup to me seems very simple at that point. And then you have to round up the bench and you go through the pitchers and all that good stuff. But I would put DJ at first, Michelle at third, assuming health, obviously. The Parrot at DH, assuming he's ready to go. Then you got Gary catching, Glaber at second, Didi at short, and then you have the outfield set up with Gardner, Judge, and then Stanton in left field. That's how I would do the lineup. Okay. And then my bench would be Romine because he has to be on there.
Yeah.
I would potentially carry Maben as well. He could be useful. I can see Tyler Wade making it, believe it or not, as a pinch runner, and also he can play infield and outfield. And then it comes down to Voit or Ford for that last spot potentially. And it's a tough situation. I'm really torn with this, and it really hurts me to say. I think Luke Voit might make it, but it's going to be tough. I don't know. And Ford also has the versatility of a lefty, which you don't have many people of. I'm going to say that Voit makes it, though. I think the Yankees still believe in him, so I think Voit will end up getting on the roster, but it's going to be something to watch for.
Yeah, it will be. It definitely is a sticky situation, so that's something definitely to monitor, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what Boone decides.
Yeah, we're going to have to look at that for sure. And I got some stats here about bullpen ERAs, and we are second. And the Twins are actually third, it looks like.
Wow, really?
So that's interesting.
Who's their closer?
For sure. The Twins' closer is Rogers.
Okay.
So that's what we're looking at with that. And let's see. Yeah, so the Twins' closer is Rogers, as we said. He's been very good for the Twins team. And the Yankees have Chapman as their closer, who will take over almost anyone, honestly. So we look at the pitching staff for the Yankees. We got Happ. We got CC. I'm trying to round out this pitching staff. Let's see. Happ, CC. Will you carry Loizaga or Montgomery? That's a big question for me. And then I think Sessa's going to get a spot, which is unbelievable before the season started. But
I'm going Montgomery, actually.
I would like to take him too, but the problem is we have too many lefties, so I can see them going Loizaga.
Okay, just so to balance it out, I understand.
Because we have Happ, we have CC, we also have Britton, we have Chapman. Well, Chapman's the closer, but it's just you got to have that good balance. Chad Green will be a righty, obviously Ottavino. So I'm trying to see how this works. Ottavino, Chapman, and then we got Paxton, Tanaka, Sevy, Loizaga. That's 10 right there, and then Kane. There we go. And then that would be 11, but we're still looking for one more. That's the thing. So we're going to have to see what happens with that. This Heller got injured. He would have been the candidate to get that spot. I know Garen will be in the conversation, but I don't really think that's warranted too much. Yeah. So we're going to have to see what the Yankees decide to do with that.
Right.
But when it comes to Game 1 and Game 2, the Yankees got to set the tone and win both games at home. Hopefully make it a nice, easy series so it can rest up for the Astros, who I think we both agree will definitely beat Oakland or Tampa, whichever one it ends up being.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so what else are you thinking about the series? I'm going to go through some stuff with the Yankees, who led the team and all that, and some things. And we're going to see. All right, so home run leader, Gleyber Torres with 38. Gary Sanchez, 34. Brett Gardner, third with 28. Who would have thought that before the season started? Definitely not me.
No, I didn't think that either.
LeMahieu, 26. Judge, 26. Luke Voigt, 21. Urshela, 21. What a season for Gio Urshela. Really got to hope he's okay after leaving the game with injury today. Gregorius, 16, and he didn't really play as much. Hicks had 12, but he's gone for the year. Encarnacion, 13. So we have a bunch of guys helping out this year. Maybe even with 11. We were just one short of Minnesota. RBI leader LeMahieu at 102, and that is significant. DJ LeMahieu got over 100 RBIs, so that is a great job out of him. And Brett Gardner leads the team with 10 stolen bases. The team does not run a lot at all, so that is going to be something to watch for. I doubt we're going to be going much in this playoff either, so Yankees don't really steal no bases. Let's put it that way.
No, that's not in our game plan, unfortunately.
Yeah, so trying to see who leads the Twins and steals just for fun. Yeah, they don't really do it either. These teams are pretty similar. Wow, the Twins don't run at all. This is pretty crazy. They have 14, but the guy who's in it, Byron Buxton's actually out for the season.
Oh, boy.
So that is something to monitor. Obviously, Mayhew led the team with a 329 batting average. So who's your X factors for both teams?
X factor for both teams, okay. For the Twins, I'm going with Nelly Cruz. I think the long ball really brings a factor, especially when you play at Yankee Stadium. You know what happens when you hit them fly balls out, especially in right field. You know what happens. For the Yankees, I'm going to tell you this: DJ LeMahieu. He has been the engine that makes it all run all season, and I can see that to continue in the postseason. I think he's going to make a lot of plays in the field, and I think that he does not strike out, and that's something we need. So I can see him making a lot of plays.
I think Nelson Cruz is definitely the person you got to circle on the Yankees if you're pitching to the lineup. He's the one guy who can't let beat you. But this Twins lineup is so deep. A lot of guys can take you deep, obviously, as we've outlined. But to me, the person that is an X factor that's on the radar here is Jorge Polanco.
Okay.
He's a 300 hitter. He's very good. He was the third highest average on the team. 296 actually, but close enough. 22 homers, 79 RBIs, so he was solid. I think Rosario's also very good. 32 homers, 109 RBIs. I think you got to watch for him as well. Hit around 270. So if I'm looking at the Twins lineup, those guys. Also, Mitch Garver has a lot of power. 31 homers and limited at bats.
Yeah.
31 homers and less than 400 at bats. So that's getting close to 10 at bats. So 1 homer every 10 at bats around. So that's some scary stuff.
Yeah, it is.
You got to watch what you're doing with him.
Yeah, definitely.
And the Yankees X factor, Gio Urshela, if he's healthy, I'll definitely say. But how about Giancarlo Stanton?
Okay.
Let's go, G. This is going to be big for Giancarlo. Last season, he did not do well in the playoffs. His struggles are well documented. So he needs to get off to a good start and show everyone what's up. Hopefully he can be similar to what Alex Rodriguez did in 2009 series for us.
Yeah,
and
hopefully.
In the rotation and the bullpen, my X factor is Tommy Kane. I think he's going to be very important. He's been struggling a little bit. I think he's going to be using a lot of high leverage situations. You might see him go 1 or 2 innings at a time. Well, obviously 1, but maybe even 2 in some situations. In the rotation, it's all about Big Maple to me. He's never pitched in the playoffs. He's been our best pitcher this year. And Severino, what are we going to get from Sevy? We haven't seen much of him this year. How many innings will Sevy give us? Will he go into the 5th or 6th? Will he only be 3 or 4 innings? These are big questions. And what do you think about our pitching? What do you like? What don't you like?
I just hope that I'm just hoping that everybody could start, on a hot note. Don't let up long runs. Don't walk a lot of batters. Get people on base. I hate free passes. I hate it. I don't like when you put people on the base for free with walks, and then it just gets to a problem. One thing I do like about our pitchers is I think that people aren't really looking at that as a strength. I think that they could shut everybody up and really play well. I really do. I think Maple in his in the playoffs for the first time, I could see him really showing how dominant he could really be. The one thing that scares me is us letting up the long ball.
Yeah, that's the thing you got to watch out for, and every pitcher's susceptible to it. I feel like almost on the Yankees at times, but that's the thing. This might be a home run derby. What team is going to out-homer which team is going to end up winning this potentially? Because there's a lot of long balls, like we said, over 300 for each team. Jose Barrios is the ace of the Twins staff. He has 195 strikeouts. He led the team in just about every category, 3.68 ERA, 14 wins. Odorizzi have 15 wins. I think he'll be their 2. Kyle Gibson will probably be the 3, although he struggled. Or will they go with Martin Perez? That's the thing. The Twins' pitching's not very deep, even behind Barrios, as we mentioned before. Their bullpen, we talked about. Rogers, he had 27 saves on the season, so he's very capable back there. 2.61 ERA. So that's what we're looking at with that. And the Yankees, I also think Ottavino's going to be big out of that bullpen. I can't wait to see him come out there and start striking people out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, definitely, to see him pitch. And we got him for a reason. And we'll see how dominant that sick-ass slider he has can be.
I'm just going to say, we're going to get this going soon. So the Bronx going to be rocking. We're going to be out there Friday. We're going to have our pregame, maybe even the reaction as well. We'll have videos going. Things are going to be going wild on Friday. We got to give everyone a nice scope of what's going to happen. I'm assuming, if you had to guess, I know you want Paxton. Do you think he gets the ball Friday? Do you think it's going to be Barrios Paxton, or do you think?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you think that's what he'll end up doing?
Yeah, you got to ride the hot hand.
Well, maybe based on what Tanaka did today in the bullpen, maybe it is going to be Paxton. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that, but I guarantee it'll be Barrios for the Twins game 1. That's 100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either, definitely.
So, for this edition of GNC Sports Talk, I'm Julian Gallardi.
I'm Bobby Thompson.
Follow, like, subscribe, sponsor. Next up, we're going to go through the whole playoff bracket, make our picks, predictions, and then we'll be on our way. Thanks for watching.